Hey guys, today we're talking the finale of Love is Blind UK.
Yeah, that's right.
Wedding day.
That's right. And hey, before we get started, though, I want to say thank you to all of our valued watchers and subscribers. We broke the 2,000 subscriber mark. So, hey, we appreciate it. And for the rest of you that haven't yet, please hit that subscribe button.
Yeah, so let's talk about these episodes. Starts off there on the beer bus.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that was cool. Like, they got a freaking, they're all like bicycling in there trying to go.
Does the pedaling actually do anything?
Right? I don't know.
I don't know if it does, but I think they have one in town where we are, and I really want to try it.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
You can just drink while flying around the streets of London like that?
Oh, yeah. You got somebody driving it, man.
Kind of cool.
We got to go to London.
Now, I will say, the girls know how to do it as often the case with this show. You know what I mean?
The girls always get the strippers. The guys get screwed, man. Every freaking time.
And not only do they have male strippers, they got female strippers.
Yeah, man. Yeah, they do.
Little Jessica Rabbit, like,
are you
woman
getting
out there?
screwed if you're not getting a stripper?
Yes.
The girls are having more fun.
That's right. The girls need to have more fun. Absolutely.
Yeah. That's what Cindy Lauper
Every
says.
single time.
Yeah,
There you go. There you go. She was not wrong.
And they talk about living together in their apartment and how it's like a bummer that they're not going to get to see them for a little while. But we didn't get to see them much actually living in the apartment.
Yeah, no, we didn't get to focus a whole lot on that.
This season was kind of sparse on that.
But now, what we did have in this season that we didn't have in previous seasons, or I should say vice versa, we didn't have in this season that we did have, is nobody in this season like left the apartment pissed off and went to their real house and spent a night or two there. Like everybody was very yeah. I mean, it seemed like everybody was very much adults in this season, right? And knew how to handle conversation. Well, that's what I'm saying. I would like to see them living and dealing with real world issues in the apartment. It seems like they went to the apartments, they met the friends and families, and that was it.
Yeah, you didn't see a lot of
who's making dinner? How's this working?
The meal situation, the sleeping, the you stayed out with your friends and you came home. Like we get that.
In every season,
that's an American problem, apparently.
Yeah. Evidently, Brits don't do all that stuff, man.
Yeah. So let's get on to the first wedding. Stephen and Sabrina.
This was the one that everybody knew the answer to. And I went 4 for 6, by the way. So that's pretty damn good. But this one was like everybody knew the answer. Except Josh. Except Josh. I don't know why the hell this guy said
I thought they were trying to dupe us. I was like, they're showing too much good stuff. There's got to be something going on. And this is going to be the one they're like, we got you guys. Tricked you all. But
oh, no.
It was practically unanimous here.
Oh, yeah. It practically was.
Yeah. And then, even when it kicked off, man, when Steven's talking about how unloved he is, basically, and found my person, I was like, oh, Josh is screwed on this one.
Yeah, and apparently 93% of people thought this was happening. So I'm part of the 7%. There's others out there like me who thought maybe they're hiding something. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Such a pessimist.
So it looks like Netflix fooled y'all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, I could tell right from the jump, the way these guys were talking and stuff, there were no doubts whatsoever with these two.
Oh, yeah. And she was looking great in that wedding dress, man. That was she looked really good in that thing.
I know she said something about how they living in Belfast. Like, he really loves Belfast. Like, we haven't decided that yet, but he really loves Belfast. Like, that could be a possibility. And then he said, we'll probably spend the first couple years in London.
Right. and initially, she did agree on that initially, right? So
they must have agreed to that, but I did find it funny that,
that's what I want to know. Like, what's the situation here? Yeah. Let's have some real talk.
I think in the reunion, if these guys have any kind of problem, that's going to be the only problem.
Yeah, probably so.
I did like Steven's white tux, like James Bond.
Yeah, that was cool, man. I like that.
They look good.
Yeah, and she looked really good too.
Yeah, she looked awesome. Yeah,
it's a good wedding.
But they're a good looking couple, man. They look good together. Their personalities match, so that was just slam dunk.
There's just not much to say about these two. They had they hit it from the jump.
Love was blind for these guys.
That's right.
Yeah,
and
no
and
drama.
they look great together too. So it worked out all the way around for these guys.
Yeah. So, congratulations to them too.
We didn't.
Hope it works.
We never really figured out who parties harder, the Irish or the Smiths.
That's right. Yeah. They said they were both kind of arguing over that, and it's like, who the hell?
And they said, well, we're about to figure it out, but then we didn't get to.
We didn't get to see it. That's it. Yeah. What's up with that?
So
now let's move on to Maria and Tom. And now in the polls, this wasn't that close either. Like 89% said no.
Yeah, I called this.
And the audience so far is calling it pretty good.
Yeah, I think I said yes on this one.
I mean, I called on this, and I flat out said that he was going to say no and say we needed more time. That's pretty much what happened.
Yeah, but that's not actually kind of what he said.
That's basically what he said.
In the interview, like, that's what he said to her, but in the interview, and he said, we thought it was going to be the issues of their values and how he felt about things and how she, but then he was like, well, I don't want my kids to grow up with those values. And it's like, oh, well,
why don't you have a conversation, Tom? About
right, exactly.
So, like, that seems a little more I don't know if they can get past it, but if she wants to raise her kids that way, like that's a problem. So.
Well, this was kind of like a traditional wedding, which is kind of cool, right? Like she wasn't trying to force anything on, and I thought it was good, and I was like, maybe there's a shot here.
Well, and the fact that her mom came in there, was talking to
her
him,
mom
was
is
like, hey,
awesome.
call me mom, dude. Yeah, her mom's fantastic, man. And then he was like, then he's like, I promise I'm going to take care of your girl. He took care of her, all right. It's like, oh, man.
And we see Tom's mom or family's not really at the wedding, and that's not a good sign.
No, exactly. Because at that point, it's, we knew Tom's mom was kind of against all this to begin with. He mentioned that. Mm-hmm. Now, maybe he had a chance to tell his mom, look, I'm going to say no. So that's why she's like, why the hell am I going to show up?
That's what I wonder.
Yeah.
But maybe he told her, hey, I am going to say yes. Maybe mom would have showed up.
Now, I could see if, I hope so, because that's kind of messed up to not be there for your kid's wedding. And then, because we even see like Maria like weeping about her father not being there. So for someone intentionally not go, that's kind of crappy.
Yeah.
So I do wonder if he did tell her like, hey, this, and she's like, well, I'm not going to be a part of that if this thing ain't even real.
Right. Yeah. If you're going to say no, what the hell's me? Why am I coming for this farce?
Now, I will have to say, like, this is the first rejection that we see this season. And I got to say, everyone handled it so well. And so
he kind of just said something quick and bounced. I was like, damn,
but like there was not a dramatic thing
well,
to
his speech wasn't that good, and I was like, that was real quick, and we know why.
Yeah.
But after he got done talking to the mom, I was really rooting that he would say because I was like, man, that's awesome, and I hope he goes through with it. But no,
I get why he didn't though.
Oh, absolutely.
I just don't know. Did he even try to have those conversations to figure it out? And she was maybe set. Then that's different, right? There's like, we can't get past this. But can you get past it? Have you tried to get past it?
Yeah, who knows? They didn't show us enough of that, right? So,
that's not really our business.
I mean, it's like you said, we didn't get enough of their living arrangements to see in the conversations they were having in the houses and stuff. So, Netflix just didn't share a lot of that.
Maybe we'll get that in the reunion.
So he's kind of like, this ain't the right time for me. There's just too much differences. And I don't know. And I mean, we saw that, right? And a lot of it comes down to like the paying thing. I'm like, she could probably get past that. I'm assuming.
The thing is,
it's the principle.
Because she was like, I was hoping he was going to say yes. So I think even she somewhat felt it, right? Like, okay, there's a chance he's going to say no. I think it was not a complete shock to her.
She took it pretty well.
Right, she did, yeah.
It's the values of it. It's not just the principle like of paying. It's like the values behind it, and she wants to be taken care of.
Right, and he says, I don't want my daughter feeling like she needs to depend on a man. I want a strong, independent daughter, right?
And he wants an independent wife.
And maybe she would agree on that to a certain extent, though,
Maybe not.
Well,
we don't know.
Maybe she didn't.
Right, yeah, exactly.
Maybe. Well, I'd like to know that. That'd be important.
Well, that's none of your business.
Anything more to say about Maria and Tom?
Nah, man. Nah. I guess we'll hopefully we'll see him again at the reunion.
All right, moving on to Demi and Elle.
Yeah, see, this one.
Yeah.
This one I was disappointed, man, because this is one of the ones I got wrong. I thought they were going to say yes, but if they were going to be a no, I thought it was going to be Ollie, not Demi.
Yeah.
I had no clue that Demi was like really doubting stuff, man. I was like, damn. When she kept talking to the camera and she's like, oh, my mind and my heart are different. I was like, uh-oh.
Yeah. There was a lot of doubt with these two. They were both questioning it. And I was like, uh-oh, that's not a good sign either.
Exactly. I mean, Ollie seemed a little more comfortable with it than she did, but I was like, man, this ain't good. I'm like, damn, I had no thought that Demi was going to come out here and say no. So.
Yeah, I didn't think that either. But then when you see her and her reasons behind it, and you see her kind of growth in this short period of time of, being more self-confident and everything, she's discovered herself a little bit, and she's got to be comfortable with that and happy with that before she tries to like couple up and join somebody else. So she feels like a different Demi, a new Demi. You know what I mean? So
well, this is one of our closer polls. 65% did say no, so called it again.
Yeah.
Audience is hitting on all cylinders here.
That one wrong, man.
That'll be interesting.
Really, why can't you see this?
Because I think I was just so pulling for them so much. Like, man, I think if they gave it a try, they'd be great together. And I was just hoping that was going to happen, and I was wrong.
I don't think you guys saw the growth in Demi that there was.
I did see the growth in her, and I thought her explanation was great. I mean, it's you could definitely see that she grew as a person, that she got more confident in herself, and I liked what I was seeing. But I was hoping that would carry over into the relationship, right? Like,
and it may.
Yeah, in time.
Right,
well, and I honestly was waiting for Ollie to falter, and he didn't.
No.
Yeah.
So that's what I think everyone was kind of expecting.
When she said no, he's like, why?
Why?
Well, yeah. At first, when he was like, "What?" Like the face and the why not?
Like, are
like,
you serious?
Yeah.
Like what?
But then when she explained it, and then like he like kind of calmed down for a second,
Mm-hmm.
I like the way he handled it after that.
Oh, he was all class, man.
Yeah.
He was like, "Hey, thanks for coming, everybody," and just classy dude, man.
Well, first off, his speech was really good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it was.
So his speech was really good. Once he got dissed, he thanked the family, and he's just kind of sitting there. I'm like, what do you do?
Right.
It's
Yeah.
awkward, but
It is awkward for
yeah.
I feel bad for the ones that get rejected a little bit because like, are they told to just stand there? Are they?
Yeah, it's
like,
I don't know. And
I'd go run into my mom. I'll tell you that.
And I'm assuming the people that do the rejecting are told that they got to leave right afterward because
Yeah.
that always happens. They walk out after, right? So it's like, it's just weird how that
Yeah.
happens. But
yeah, I don't know. This was another couple I was kind of really rooting for, and I
Mhm.
thought they were actually pretty good together. And I
Yeah.
thought they were
No
growing together, but and they don't seem like they're calling it off.
No.
But,
No,
Well, and I
I'm
would have liked to seen a conversation with them after. She gets in the car and drives away. But a lot of times when there's a rejection, like the other one will come. They'll go to their separate
Mhm.
quarters for a little while. And
right,
then
which
they'll
we'll
kinda
see.
come
We'll
together
see
and
in
have
in one here in a
conversation.
little bit that we'll talk about.
Yeah.
But.
So I would have liked to have seen them have a little conversation, but
Yeah, but he took it well, and he was like, "Look, I still want to pursue this relationship and see where it goes," and it was good, man. He was a great sport about it, and very classy dude. Man.
and I hope for the reunion we actually see these two together.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
Yeah.
we'll see. Moving on to Jasmine and Bobby.
Called this one. Y'all
Yeah.
didn't.
I don't think I said no.
I thought you said no. I
I
know
don't
Josh
think
said no. I thought you said no too. Maybe not. But
I think I wavered on this one.
This was another semi-close one. 65% said yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, Bobby was like, we thought it was going to be Bobby. If anybody thought was going to say no, it was going to be Bobby.
that was Josh. Said Josh like Bobby's the guy to be
Well,
able
I
to
think-
handle the mom. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and I think
Right.
that was anyone's, like, who said no, probably thought that's the way it was going to be. But, I mean, from the beginning of this, he was just like, I'm all in,
Yeah. He's I'm
And
not
I do
faltering.
like her speech when she said, you taught me how, like, to be in a relationship and it doesn't have to be combative. You accept me
Mhm.
who I am, and, like, our differences and everything. I really, really like
Yeah,
that.
that was good. Yeah, her speech is great. And,
Yeah, well, I think she found the one guy willing to like be quiet and deal with all that. So
with her mom.
yeah, the mom and her. She has a very strong personality. He just kind of takes it, and I'm
Yeah,
like,
that's true.
that's a special
But-
type of person, if you ask me.
Well, and then of course, she was all
Real
upset.
special.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Real special.
Because her mom was.
He's a keeper.
Yeah.
Well, her mom was still trying to sway her away from it the whole time,
Yeah.
right? So she was talking about that. Like, yeah, my mom's still trying to sway away,
Yeah.
saying she don't think he's good enough for me or whatever. And I was like, damn.
I'll say, the mom walked her down the aisle, and she didn't like reassure her with anything. She's like, I'm kind of nervous. She's like, you should be. She's like, of course, you know what I mean? But her mom, I think, was just trying to protect her, look out for her.
Yeah,
'cause
of course.
She gets a little teary-eyed and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
So you could tell, like, it's a big moment for her, and she's just trying to probably look out for her daughter. But
Yeah, exactly.
man, that's rough to deal with, though. At the same time,
Oh yeah.
Well, maybe they had that private conversation that we weren't privy to about the boundaries because he did say he was going
Probably.
to have that conversation with her.
Well, and she mentioned with her friends when she's in the dressing room that she needs to have those boundaries with her mom.
Yeah.
She says, and she used that exact word. There's got to be boundaries, right? So
Yeah.
there probably was that conversation at some point.
now Jasmine said the next 10 years, no problem, but menopause—that's tricky.
Right. Right.
But then at the
Yeah.
very end,
That
she
was
said,
funny.
we're in it till we're old and gray or something. I was like, well, menopause? Like, you did mention menopause
It's tricky,
earlier.
He's like, all right, I'm good with at least 10 years.
Yeah, I get it, though. I get it.
So, any final thoughts on these two the whole time? What do you think?
I think come reunion time they'll still be together. I think
Yeah.
they'll, I think they'll still be together.
Like I said, I would normally be concerned just because I could see like most people getting into a lot of arguments with her, and she's very strong personality. But I don't know if Bobby's gonna do that though.
I don't think he's bothered by a lot of it.
No, I don't think he's either. He's very laid back, calm,
Yeah.
personality. Yeah, I think it doesn't bother
His
him at all.
personality fits.
So she might have found the perfect guy.
Yeah.
That's what she said.
That's what she
There
said.
you go.
She said-
There you
She
go.
said that exactly.
Yeah, I mean seriously. So
I mean, she could barely get it out. She was crying so hard. She's got the, waving the tears.
right.
Bobby seems like a great guy. So she
Oh, yeah.
landed
Yeah,
a great
forget-
catch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he's also like, doesn't he does luxury sales on cruise ships, so he's gonna be gone a lot. So like he gets his breaks, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. Moving on to Nicole and Benaiah.
This is the other one I missed. Yeah.
Oh,
Man, I thought for sure Benaiah was going to say no. I mean, some people were thinking it was going to be Nicole who said
I
no.
called this one.
But the fact that they both said yes, I was like, damn, I was floored. I was like, holy crap.
63% said yes.
Mm-hmm.
So far,
I was not one of
the
them.
polls are right.
Yeah. We should listen to the polls.
Yeah, you gotta listen to the people, Billy.
No kidding, man.
Yeah, no, I guess who was it? You thought Benaiah was going to
I thought Benaiah was going to say no, yeah.
Because
I thought
you didn't think he could get past the Sam thing.
Not so early, right? I think I thought maybe he needs some more time, but nah, man, that dude was like, I'm all in.
And his family can't be there because they're caring for a sick relative.
Sick grandfather,
He's kind of like a little bit on his own. He does have his friends there.
Yeah.
But, they sent him a nice note, and they said they're all in on Nicole, and they support it. So
yeah, it was nice.
It's odd that her dad didn't give her away. And, we saw Tom's family not there. So now I'm like, where's Nicole's dad? Why isn't he walking her down the aisle? So I'm like, is this a bad sign? And I'm thinking, this is a no now.
Right.
We don't see that. Her speech also, talked about adventure. Wasn't about love.
Right, exactly.
So I was like, this is going to be a no for sure.
Yeah. Her speech kind of had me thrown off, too. I was like, man, maybe she's going to say no.
She wrote that speech just to throw you off, Billy.
I was convinced at this point. I was like, I'm not getting a good feeling. And she always has this weird face where it's like she's
unsure.
Yeah,
she does look unsure a lot.
Yeah, like his speech when he said it, I was like, all right, he's saying yes. He's sold. I was like, so I lost on that one. But then when she was like, her speech is like, ooh, maybe I'm still gonna win this one because maybe that no's coming. And
and of course some of these edits, even with Sabrina, that make you question, oh my god, is she not gonna say yes?
The long pause.
Right,
I'm like, did they even pause at all?
Yeah, exactly. So, but they both say I do. What do we think about this couple?
I like them.
I like them. They're both very laid back.
They're a little eccentric from most people.
Yeah, they're just weird. They're just a weird couple.
They're both a little odd.
Yeah, but they're both cool people. And I wish hopefully they work out. So I think they'll probably still be together as well come the reunion. I'm not completely certain on that, but I'm leaning more towards they'll probably still be together.
I mean, I compared this couple to Zach and Bliss from the American season because there was the whole Zach proposed to somebody else, and then so there's that similarity. But Zach and Bliss were also kind of a little odd couple.
I don't know if they're like that, but it's kind of a similar situation because
similar situation.
Yeah.
One person chose someone and then.
I think they're both a little quirky on some level. So
which is cool. I like to see it. And again, they're probably a good fit together, right?
Yeah, probably so.
So, he needs a place to stay every now and then in between his little nomad journey or whatever.
He's got to have somewhere to crash,
Yeah. So, I'm glad to see it, too.
He even made that joke with his friend, His brother's like, hey, you might have somewhere permanent to crash now. He's like, yeah.
Now, I will say, I was pretty much rooting for all these couples except one.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
But let's get to it. The couple we're all waiting for, Catherine and Freddie.
And is it a surprise that Netflix saved this one to the last one?
I don't think so.
Not at all.
But Freddie's a pro at funerals, not so much at weddings.
What is funny too, and whenever he brought that, or he didn't bring the gift, it was waiting for her. Those earrings. I'm like, damn, those are nice earrings. I'm like, that's going to be a good consolation prize for her when he says no. Sure as shit. It's like,
I was just thinking, if you're going to say no, why are you doing these things to reassure people?
Yeah.
And she felt really reassured.
She did. Yeah, she
saw
that.
Like,
she saw that note, those earrings. She's like, oh, we're gold. Yeah.
And then the sister comes in and's like, let me warn you here.
And she's already told him this before too.
Yeah.
This isn't the first time sister's saying this.
The sister, you could tell she didn't want to say, don't do it.
Mm-hmm.
She wanted him to come to that conclusion, but she's like, don't do it.
Like, you two are too
in
different.
the most polite, easiest, roundabout way.
There are differences. She's got knots in her stomach.
Yeah, she's like, look, I got a gut feeling, and
what's not good if Freddie says yes, and then you got this tension now with the sister either, right? So I'm like, uh-oh, this is awkward.
Yeah, I don't think Catherine would have taken that well either after watching it back.
Right. I think the sister would have handled it well and would have been fine around Catherine, but it's,
she would have been, but with
Catherine probably, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And Catherine's probably, after going back and watching this now, is probably cursing the hell out of the sisters.
Yeah. Well,
I think he had made that decision.
Oh, of course he did.
Well before.
Of course he did. Well, see, and that's the thing. When he when they went to the one-on-one and he was talking about his sister, and he's like, yeah, obviously, I really, thought about what she said and everything, but, and they made it look like he's saying all this, but I'm pretty sure Netflix probably asked him the question, hey, so, what'd you think about your sister asking him that? And then he started talking about it. So Catherine's going to watch this, be like, that freaking bitch. I want him to say no. When Netflix probably asked him the question.
She
and then
literally said, I don't want this to change your decision.
Right, exactly.
I'm just telling you how I feel.
Yeah.
Watching Freddie walk down the aisle with his brother was really moving.
That was cool.
Yeah. Watching Freddie interact with his brother at any moment, like they're sitting on the couch and he's like, are you excited to be my best man? Like, Freddie just adores his brother.
Man. Yeah,
like, he is a family guy. He's a homebody. He's a family guy. Again, we all love Freddie.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's anyone who doesn't love
If it doesn't work out, call me. Not me, but I know some people, and it's called everyone in America and the UK.
Right.
So
anyone who's watched you. Yeah, for sure.
She says yes. What do we think of that?
When she said I do, it was like, I do. Like, it was such the strangest I do. There wasn't passion behind it. It wasn't a smile. It was like, this is the answer I'm supposed to say.
I think she's trying to keep herself from crying when she said it too and stuff. So
that's true, because she does get very emotional and even happy emotion.
Now, when he said no, I mean, the dude laid it out there exactly as it is, right?
He said the timing might not be right.
Exactly. And he explained why, and which anybody with a freaking brain who's watched the show can understand, right? Yeah. And so it's like, he laid it out there perfectly for her. He was a gentleman about it. He was really nice about it. He went afterward to her family and talked to them, which is great.
Well, first he tried to hug her.
He hugs her.
No, she said, don't hug me.
Don't hug me.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And I was like, dang.
But again, she also did not try to make a scene.
No,
she was just like, don't hug me.
Yeah, she even whispered it. Like, I'm not trying to make a scene, but don't act like we're good here.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then then he went spoke to her folks, and her mom was like, "Wow, that was really brave of him to come in here and do that." And so it was. I mean, he did everything right, man. He would have been an idiot to say yes. Period.
And then I have the friends in the back. Like, I can't believe he did that. You can't believe he did that.
Well, right before they were gonna say like I do, like one of the people was like, like I was like, they know something.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
But It kind of is a bummer that Netflix puts Freddie in this position, because I'm sure Freddie wouldn't like to have
left her at the altar.
Yeah, that's messed up. I'm sure Freddie wouldn't probably like to have his brother walk him down the aisle if it's not going to be genuine. So I don't know if they like asked them beforehand, how would your wedding go? And then they tell them and then they're like, well, that's how it's going to go one way or the other.
Yeah.
Even if you say no, this is how it's got to be.
Right.
So they really put him in a bad position, and she already has issues with being abandoned from being adopted, and now Freddie's abandoning her at the altar, which is probably going to like mentally mess her up to a certain extent.
Yeah, well, she kind of says it.
Yeah, and I get it. Like, and I'm sure, and again, I'm sure Freddie wouldn't prefer it that way. It's just that's how Netflix, like, hey, we got to make it interesting and make a show of this at the same time. It's just kind of unfortunate. But
and then she says, "I've been shit on before, and I'll be fine." So.
Well, that's after he does eventually come talk to her, which I would have liked to have seen that with Ollie and Demi,
absolutely.
But he does eventually come talk to her, and she lets him talk. And at first,
he was holding her hand,
and at first she was like, you could tell kind of against it, but then she's like, I've been through stuff. I can get through this. And then he's like, okay, bye.
Do they recover from this or not?
No. Nope.
No.
They might. They'll probably try dating a little bit, but
they won't be able to get past their differences, which is the problem to begin with. I just don't think they're going to be able to get past that.
I think they are real. Like the sister said, they're two different people. At one point, they said they're the same. Like, you're not the same.
Not the same at all.
No.
So I think, Freddie does want to settle down. I'm not so sure about her.
And even Freddie said that. He's like, look, I think, she tries to tell me she's this homebody person and type of stuff, but, words are different than actions, right? And he's like,
he thinks that she's trying to be what he wants her to be.
Exactly.
And he doesn't want to do that to her. And we've gotten a lot of comments, and I've seen, different things on TikTok about this couple and everything. And you can see him at the very beginning in the pods. You can see when they first kind of get together and how excited and playful and funny he is. And his light just dims. He just seems like so like stressed and like there's this burden on him. And
no doubt.
I think that's what is ahead of him, a life of more stress.
Right.
And then he doesn't need that when he's trying to take care of his brother.
Oh, no.
And that's going to be a lifelong endeavor for him.
Exactly.
And I don't see her as the one being there to ease that. I think it would just cause more strain.
Right.
Unfortunately, like she's just not the right person.
No, they're just not right for each other. Period. And I think they're gonna, they might date a little bit, but at the end of the day, it's not gonna work out.
I would be really shocked if they're together at the reunion.
They're not gonna be together at the reunion. Yeah.
Oh, you're making that call.
I'm making that call right now.
What are the predictions for the reunion?
I think I said all mine.
Summarize it real quick.
So Sabrina and Steven, definitely
together.
still be together.
Pregnant?
Possibly. That's a possibility.
That's a big thing,
That's
Steven.
for Steven.
Didn't she say
Maybe she comes around. I don't know.
She wanted 2 or 3 years, though.
Yeah, maybe.
Didn't
We'll
she?
see. Yeah, she did. Yeah, but
things change.
Yeah.
Don't be the one that's that every season they get in trouble
Maybe
for
Steven tries to sneak one in. I don't know.
That's right.
Maybe he sneaks one past the goalie. I don't know.
Just let them be.
What was the next one? So yeah, Steven, Sabrina, Ollie and Demi.
I hope they're
know.
together.
I don't know if they're together. They'll still
could be 50-50.
I think they'll still be friends,
For
no
sure.
matter what. They'll still be tight.
Friends,
But I'm 50-50 on whether they'll be together or not. I hope they'll be together. I really do. I hope.
I think they're good. I don't know if anyone's better for them. I think they're great for each other.
Yeah,
They're perfect for one another.
I don't think that came out the way you wanted it to.
Who else did we have? What was next?
Nicole?
Oh, Nicole and Benaiah, they'll probably still be together.
They'll be together.
Yeah. Obviously, we just said these two are a no. Who are we missing still?
Tom and Maria.
Yeah, Tom and Maria, no. They're not going to be together.
I don't think, it didn't seem like, even when he's walking off, he didn't seem worried about her or anything like this.
He really did it, and it was weird.
And then Bobby and Jasmine, yes, they will still be together, I think. So.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, poor Bobby.
He's happy. He found the love of his life.
I think they're good together, man. I think as long as his mom butts out of their stuff, man, they'll be good.
I think the mom...
her mom, I mean, yeah.
I think the mom comes around eventually.
Yeah, she probably does. Yeah.
So, but,
hopefully not comes around. That's what he's hoping for.
Yeah,
not around
not
as
a lot.
much.
That's when they're coming around a lot.
You agree with that, Ashley?
Yeah, I chimed in at the same time. Like, roll the tape.
You're the only one that's behind schedule here, Josh.
Yeah.
All right.
What about you? You didn't answer.
He's got no predictions over here.
Yeah, I pretty much agree. I mean, I don't think there's any deviation from that.
Yeah. Well, I guess we'll find out when's it drop? Another week or two, something like that, maybe? Who knows?
Well,
a week, and like it always is.
Again, I'd like to point out that this season, minus the Sam thing, like, there was significantly less drama and, like, just immaturity and, like,
yeah, we're going to see Sam at the reunion? Is it going to be more drama? Are they going to call
alcoholic?
I think Sam will make an appearance.
You got to have Sam, because you got to have a little spice in there.
Right, exactly.
There was no alcoholic. There was no, like...
Yeah, no.
You know what I mean?
I mean, you had the homeless guy. That was really... Benaiah.
It was by choice, though.
That's right, by choice.
Fine. We seem to have a lot more messed up people over here.
Will Sam be with Catherine at the reunion? He said, call me.
That's fun.
Call me.
That's fun. That's funny. That's funny. No, probably not, but that would be hilarious.
That would be awesome.
Dude, I would freaking roll, man. I'd just freaking I'd die laughing.
I don't think they'd be together, but I would not be shocked and be like, yeah, we talked.
Sam will take a shot. Sam will take a shot.
Well, yeah.
I saw what happened to you. I'm here for you.
I still got this ring, and I know you really like it.
That's right. You said you wanted it. It's still right here.
Yeah, she's just going to be collecting jewelry.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, well, it's not going to match the earring.
I'll have to get her a different set, I guess. Yeah. Well, there you have it, folks. That is Love is Blind UK down. We're just waiting for that reunion, and we're looking forward to it. But hey, guys, as always, we love doing this. Hit us up. Let us know what you thought. Were you 6 out of 6, 2 out of 2, 2 out of 6?
Well, apparently, as a whole, you guys know exactly what's going on.
Exactly. But hey, guys, we will check y'all, I guess, in a week or two when we do the reunion.